Hey guys, it's Jen over at worldofjencraft.com, and this is today's project. It is a really cute treat bag that is about 3 inches tall, 3 inches wide, and let's see, about 2 inches across. So it would hold probably candy and different little whatnots or whatever, but it's just kind of a cute little gift bag. So let's get started on the supplies and I will show you how we make it. I did use soft suede for my ink, the Coffee Cafe stamp set, and the coffee cup framelits. This was actually a project that we made for my catalog release party along with the Joyfold card that I made yesterday. So I thought as long as I had the suite out, I might as well go ahead and make a couple projects for my girls to make when they came over. So this kit is actually all pre-cut, and this is what your bag will look like after we're done taking the little gift bag punch to it. But we are going, so what you're going to need is a 4 1/4 by 11 soft suede cardstock, or whatever cardstock color you choose. And the reason I chose this side size was based on the instructions on the gift bag punch board. So this tells us for a size small, so you can have a small, medium, or large. So this is a 10 inches length for the small, 11 for the medium, and 12 for the large. So I went 11, and because our cardstock is 8 1/2 by 11, I thought I would make them 4 1/4 by 11 so I could get 2 of these from one piece of cardstock. So that is how I came up with the size for this. And then you're also going to need, to decorate the front, I used Pear Pizzazz 2 3/4 by 3, a coffee break DSP, which is 2 5/8 by 2 7/8, so just a hair smaller than that. And then you're also going to need a crumb cake cardstock, which is approximately 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 to cut out this piece. Whisper white cardstock is going to be about 1 1/2 by 2, and you'll need 2 of them to cut out each of these pieces as well. And I used the Pear Pizzazz shimmer ribbon and some linen thread also for accents on this. And I did use the Wink of Stella because I can and I usually do. So let's get to this. This is what is going to take probably most of the time. So the way it has the instructions here, so 1 through 10. And the first couple times, I have to admit, I had to keep going back to the directions and making sure I was doing everything right. So it does come with this little nifty scoring tool inside. And the first thing it says that we're going to need to do is line up the edge of the paper with the start line and punch. And then we're going to score it, but I do find that I need to score it even before we line this up, because otherwise I have this piece up here that doesn't get scored. So I'm going to start by scoring across this horizontal line first. Then I'm going to line it up with this line, and I'm just going to go ahead and continue to the end of here with my scoring. Now I might have to stand up to do this. My puncher is pretty not tough, but just a little bit harder. So now we have this edge here. And then what we're gonna do is, after you score down this, then you're gonna take whatever size bag you are doing. So since mine is the 11 inch, I'm doing a medium size bag. Now we're gonna take this line and we're gonna move it all the way over to the start line. Again, you're gonna wanna make sure that your horizontal line is all the way across. So I just make sure I kind of do that in between each one. So this is lined up now with the start line. And so we're gonna go ahead and punch again. And then we're going to do little score lines here along the triangle. And then we're gonna do this line here, which says side, and side 2, so that is the side of our bag. Then you're going to take this line and you're going to move it over here to the start line again. Continue your horizontal line across here, and we're going to do the medium line, and we're going to punch. And then I'm gonna go ahead and score here because I ended up skipping a little bit here. So now we're gonna take this line and I'm gonna go ahead and score all the way across just to make sure I have it going all the way. So this line here is gonna get lined up again at the start line, and you're gonna punch. And then I should make that look a little bit easier. Maybe all the punches are different, but mine is just kind of harder to do it in a sitting position at least. So then we're gonna do our triangle, and we're gonna do our side 2. And then we're going to bring this side 2 line that we just scored back up here along with your start line, and you're gonna punch again. And so we will end up having this with all of your score lines and your punching and everything. So we are done with that. We'll just move our little scraps over, and we're gonna cut off this corner here. Now you're gonna wanna take your bone folder and just burnish all of your lines going across. And you're gonna wanna come down here and burnish all of these just so you have nice creases when you go to put it all together. And then we're going to get this end piece and bring that one in here as well. So now we're gonna bring our adhesive in. If I can reach over here without putting my arm in the camera. And that is just going to get, your adhesive is gonna go on this outer part there. And on these flaps, I like to, just for my own personal use, or the way I like to do is I put a little bit of adhesive here and a little bit of adhesive on this end. And then you're gonna flip it over and you're gonna put adhesive. It probably doesn't matter, you could do it on either side. But once you have all that, then you're gonna bring your little flap over, and that's just gonna line up with the edge here. And so you'll have these little creases. This is where we scored our sides, and that's gonna get pushed in here. So this flap is gonna come down, and this flap is gonna come down, and then I bring this one, and then this is the one that we put our adhesive on. So that's gonna get all put together here at the bottom. And then I just kind of like to flip it over and take my little bone folder and just make sure that it's all stuck together. I suppose this one you could probably stick your fingers in there too. And that's just to make sure that your adhesive all sticks down nicely. So that's it. That is our little bag. It comes together pretty darn quickly. And then all we have left to do is assemble. So I'm going to put my Pear Pizzazz on to the front. Now some people like to do this part before you assemble the bag. Either way it works. I find that I don't necessarily need it unassembled to put the front on because it goes on pretty smoothly. And then we're just going to stick this on top of that. I just really love this little, I think it's a chevron, but I love the colors that they have in this paper pack. So that's just going to go, if I can get it straight-ish, and that's going to go there. So we're going to take our twine, and like we did with the project that we did yesterday, we're just going to go ahead and wrap this around 3 times, and then we're going to stick it on. Oops, there goes my arm. You're just going to stick it on with a little glue dot, or you can stick it on with your adhesive, either way. And that's going to go here kind of in the center of your bag a little bit. And our coffee cups, so we'll stamp on this little, I don't even know what these things are called. Do you? Is it a coffee cup holder? Coffee cup something. But yeah, so we're going to take our soft suede ink and we are going to just stamp on this, and I'm going to move this down here for a second so I make sure that I get it somewhat in the middle. And I love that. Life happens, coffee helps. It certainly does. That is going to get stuck on to your little coffee cup. And it fits just perfectly on here if you can get it in the right position here. So that'll go there. And we are going to, what are we gonna do next? I think we're gonna go ahead and throw our little whipped cream on. And I don't even know if I'm doing this right. I just kind of winged it and thought, well, it's whipped cream. It should, I don't know, does it come off of it or from behind it? Maybe it should come from behind it. I think that's, I didn't do that on this one. I had it kind of sticking on top of it. Maybe it's just coming over the top. So let's see, let's just go ahead and maybe we'll stick it behind it today. Because your little, what is this called? Your whipped cream is supposed to come up from behind the cup, right? So then I just tied a little bow and stuck it on top. So if I can get this here. I just absolutely love, love, love this ribbon. And Pear Pizzazz is such a pretty green. And so I think that looks about right. And we're just gonna kind of try to cut these evenly. Maybe. I always get one shorter than the other. Okay, so that'll work. And then we're gonna take our little glue dot and I just kind of stuck it right up, sticking to my paper. I just stuck that kind of right up here towards the top part of that cup. So just about like that. And I did take my Wink of Stella and I colored the, well, I guess maybe not color because you don't really color it, but I did brush on my Wink of Stella onto the whipped cream to give it a little bit of a shimmer on here. And you certainly don't have to, but once the Wink of Stella dries, it just gives this nice little added shimmer to it. And that is all gonna get pop dotted onto our front. So I'll get my Stampin' Dimensionals. And maybe I won't put on as many as I did yesterday on my other one. So we'll just kind of throw these on. That looks about right. And that's gonna go, I think I had it just in the center. And I had my whipped cream kind of coming up a little bit from it. So just like that. Now, if you guys, I went ahead and I'm gonna spread these out kind of a little bit so it kind of has some, instead of being perfectly even on either side. Now, you can staple this closed, or you can even just keep it open if you want to put like some fluffy stuff coming out of the top of it, some tissue or something. For this project, I did go ahead and staple it, just so I had it closed, and I guess for the purpose of displaying it. So obviously you would want to fill it before you stapled it or tried to close it. But that's it. This is our little project. Super cute. And once you get that gift bag punch board down, it goes so fast. Trust me, I cut quite a few of them. I became a pro at it after a few. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you would like, I will have the dimensions to my project on my website in a PDF format that you can print out and download if you wish. worldofgencraft.com. If you haven't been over there, please visit. I would love to have you. I will talk at you later. Have a great day. Bye.